Hey everybody, Jonathan Carr here. I want to throw a huge thank you to Dan Muller of New York Life Financial Services for sponsoring this video. Dan's a good friend and he's very good at what he does. He specializes in life insurance and financial retirement planning. So this is his Facebook page. I'll throw a link to this in the description, so check him out if you're in need of those services. So now let's get back to the storm. So here's live radar off the Mount Holly radar. And we can see the snow rain line advancing into South Jersey. This was expected. The question is, how far north does it get? It looks like it's getting up into the Philly area on the west side of Jersey. However, it's only approaching Southern Ocean County on the east side of southern New Jersey. So I've been following a lot of model guidance, obviously over the last week, 10 days even. And what I'm finding right now is that the European model is sort of handling this the best as far as the 700 millibar low placement, the surface low transfer locations, and the general thermal setup. So this is the European model that I'm going to show you. Two different slides. I have precipitation type and intensity here, and then I have the snow map that's created from that. So this is where we are right now, 3Z on Monday, which is about 10, 11 p.m. Eastern time. We saw, this is the remaining thump that's just going through. We just saw this band go through Ocean and Burlington, and that was a pretty good band. Most of these areas are leveling off at about 4 inches or so. Maybe some spots higher from that band. But overall, this was just the front end snow thump from the primary low that tracked into like the Cincinnati, northern Kentucky area. So this is sort of the warm front that was attached to that low that's pushing in from our southwest or southwest. That warm front's really not going to advance anymore because that primary low is in the process of transferring to the coastal low. And that coastal low should eject off of the Outer Banks area here, maybe northern North Carolina, and sort of come up the coast and create the main part of our storm later Monday. But for now, it's just forming. So that warm front is going to kind of stall. This primary low is going to take over. And let me show you what it does at each layer in temperature to better understand this. Just give me a second here. I'm going to bring up temperature in the upper levels. So this is 925. I'm going to back out to the Mid-Atlantic view. 925 obviously started cold today. This is as far north as 925 gets, the line of freezing. Now 925 millibars is about, I believe it's 2,500 feet up in the air. So it's a very low level of the atmosphere, but it's not the surface. So any precipitation that forms has to fall through this layer. If it's below freezing, it maintains its frozen form. If this layer is above freezing, it will change to either sleet or rain. So we do see this line get to about this area in South Jersey at about 3 or 4 a.m. overnight tonight. And that's it. After that, it kind of backs back down. If we step up to 850 millibar, so most precipitation is made above 850 and near 700 millibars. So it's two very important layers we look at. But again, 3, 4 a.m., 5, 6 a.m., around that time overnight tonight, this is when 850 peaks its northern extent before then crashing back below freezing. No problems at 700 millibars. That's cold enough everywhere. And then if we look at 500 millibar, this is very cold, negative 20. That's about 18,000 feet up. But it is very cold air that a strong enough low pressure system can tap and distribute that throughout the cyclonic system. So that's sort of your temperature profile setup. It'll make more sense when we show it here in modeled reflectivity. Again, precipitation type, precipitation intensity. This is the closest thing that you normally see on radar when you look at it. So going back and forth right now, this was about an hour ago when that band was modeled to come through. Here we are, the snow rain line is into South Jersey, and as we go through the night here, it creeps up just south of 95, but then starts to crash as we head into the system. See how it crashes back by midday Monday and for Monday evening? So, extreme South Jersey is warming right now. The snow rain line is pushing north. It was all expected. It's going to max out at about 3 or 4 a.m., maybe as late as 6 a.m., and then it's going to crash for tomorrow's main event. I told you before, today's snow was just from the first phase, from that article I wrote yesterday. We're now beginning phase 2. Now, let's look at the snow map to see what this means. So here we are today. This is about right. As we go overnight tonight, you'll notice South Jersey snow totals do not increase because they're mixing or over to rain. However, North Jersey totals do increase until we get to about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And at this point, the coastal low will be further developed offshore, and it will create redonkulous rates of precipitation through the I-95 corridor. Now in the Euro here, the first people to reach a foot of snow looks like Monmouth County and maybe some of Middlesex County. But this general central Jersey area, the snow just expands outwards into North Jersey and South Jersey. Notice Ocean County, Burlington County, and over in Southwest Jersey, even as far southwest as Salem County. These precipitation amounts, they're increasing. This takes Ocean County, places like Manahawkin, 10 inches, Brick 16 inches, Toms River somewhere in between there. So this was the biggest area I was worried about with this forecast, this northern Ocean County area. We're very confident in central North Jersey. We're very confident in the mixing situation in South Jersey, but Central Ocean is the toughest call here because we do have strong onshore flow out of the east, but it's being met by that strong Arctic wall. So that warmer ocean temperature air, which is about 40 degrees, is coming right off the ocean. That's going to put Barrier Islands, Point Pleasant Seaside down through LBI. It's going to take you up close to 40 because you're right against the ocean and the wind is right off the ocean. However, that's only at the surface and lower levels. You have very strong cold in the upper levels that the precip is actually bringing down and meeting that. So again, you have a very intense battle setting up here in central to northern Ocean County, right in that like Forked River to Toms River region. We also have to consider that this map right here shows total snowfall from the system. Most places in South Jersey today are maxing out in that 4, maybe 5 inch zone. You're going to see a little bit of rain that might knock that down to 2 or 3 inches before the snow starts up again later on Monday. So, this 16 in Brick might be more like a 12 or 13. This 10 in Manahawkin might be more like a 6 to 8. So just keep that in mind for this area. But otherwise, North Jersey, yeah, you're going to get hit pretty hard tomorrow when your storm begins. Probably from about 7 a.m. tomorrow, Monday morning, until maybe midnight tomorrow night, possibly a little bit into Tuesday morning. So that's going to be when these areas go from just this, widespread throughout New Jersey to this, where you have most places kabooming and some places seeing, dude, where's my car? So this is we have a long storm ahead of us. We have over 36 hours of storm left here. So, I know a lot of people saw the amounts today that fell just from this first part here, and you're saying, oh, that's it? You got people in North Jersey saying, I didn't get anything. Well, if you read the article I wrote yesterday, you would know that your storm doesn't even begin until Monday morning. So, for the snow lovers who are panicking up here in North Jersey, calm down. You're going to get smacked. I-95 corridor from Philadelphia all the way through New Jersey, you're going to get smacked tomorrow. It's really only extreme South Jersey and Southeast Jersey that's dealing with these temperature issues pretty much tonight through tomorrow morning. And I'll show you what the precipitation shield looks like once the low bottoms out. So again, we're about right here, transferring from that front end into the snow mix phase 2 from my article. You can see that low out here. It's 1,000 millibars at southern Delmarva latitude. By the time that gets up here later, it's dropping to 990 and even into the 980s. But watch the precipitation shield here open up tomorrow across central Jersey and expand into North Jersey. That is just incredible. That's going to be an insane snowstorm for central and North Jersey tomorrow. So I wanted to break this down into the phases. The very last phase, phase 2 is where the snow rain line moves in and then comes back out. So then phase 3, we're starting here like Monday afternoon and for the rest of Monday night into Tuesday morning. That's when this really cold air is going to wrap around here and come in from the northwest and change a lot of areas back over to all snow in New Jersey. And then once we taper off on Tuesday, this is what we're left with here. Something that looks like this. So buckle up. We're through phase 1. Now we have phase 2 and 3 to go. I'll continue updates on social media tomorrow like I did today. Maybe some radar shots here and there. I'll open up a live observation thread so you can post your photos and what your location is, what your storm totals are. But otherwise, things are moving about as planned. So what I would like everybody to do is take a deep breath and relax. Snow lovers, this is not over. Snow haters, you're in for a rough 36 hours if you live north of Ocean County, Burlington County latitude. A positive, I was able to get my 18-month daughter out into the snow today. She threw her first snowball, pulled her around in the sled. That's really all I was looking for, is a couple inches for that. So I have my win from the system. But so everybody have a great night, and please be safe.